I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing that's under 100. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing that's under 100. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing that's under 100.
You know what it is. You are in PE with Dave and Jay, where we build while we build. I'm Jay. That's my guy over there, Dave. All right, looking on swole. And today is a SuperSet. Got my boy, my brother, Tyke B in the building.
Yes,
Yo, this
sir.
guy. What up, son?
What's up with you, man?
Hey,
What's
man, we
going
happy
on,
to
man?
have you here.
Yo, what we looking at, like a good, 20 plus years, man? That's insane. That's insane. The last time I talked to this guy was, like 5 years old, man. So this is crazy.
Ain't taking my bike now, though. You see me in the gym, ain't taking my bike, baby.
Yo, that's perfect, yo. That is right on time, yo. Hey, yo, Tyke, yo, for our workout buddies at home, yo, Tyke is by far one of the most charming people I've ever met in my life. And my last name is charming. He is one of the most savagely charming people I've ever met in my life. And incredibly talented hip hop artist. Huge family, man. Just not just because he has a huge family. And just an overall dope individual, man. And yo, we really thank you for being here. Oh, and by the way, our theme music, that song you hear,
that's big.
That's him. That's him.
That's big.
You know?
That's me, baby.
That's
I'm waiting
him.
on a royalty check. They ain't sent my royalty check yet, but
We're gonna send you a t-shirt. We're gonna finally send him a t-shirt.
Make it
man.
tight.
Actually,
I need it tight. I've been working out. Make it tight, baby.
we're gonna make it medium.
Some PE oven mitts or something. We hook you up.
Oh yeah, some oven mitts. Today's chest day, right, Dave?
Yeah, man. All right. So
All right.
the first workout we're gonna try to knock out of the circuit, so we don't hog up all the gym equipment here. So we're gonna be on the bench, and what we're gonna do first is static. I'm sorry, not a static, but the 45-degree incline push-up. Chest press. All right. I'm gonna show you here real quick. All right. So these are the weights I'm gonna use today, right here. All right. Nah, I'm just fucking.
I was like, what?
Right, but I'm just here to show you the move. So you want to either have your bench here like a 30 or 45-degree angle. The reason being is that if you have it up too high, like this, you're not gonna be working any chest. There you kind of isolate your shoulders. All right. So you want your bench to either be in a 45 like this, which I don't prefer, or a 30, which is where I can get all that. I can exercise that upper chest. All right, and that's the point of this exercise, to get your upper chest. All right. So this is the workout here. Bring it down to your shoulders here. You don't want to really, you don't want to really hyperextend too far back with your elbows below the plane of your body here. So you want to remain right here and just push up. All right, simple as that. It's a chest press. And then the next exercise, like I said, we're going to utilize the circuit. You're going to take your bench. You're going to flatten it out. Okay. Then we're going to do a static chest press. Okay. So you could either have, I'll show you the motion, right? There's two ways you can do this. All right, so you're gonna have, and the reason why we call it static is because one arm is gonna remain static while the other does the work. All right. So you could either do it this way, push up with one arm, or you can keep this arm up and push up with the other arm. Okay. And then you're gonna alternate, of course. Okay. So whatever you choose, this one, keeping the dumbbell low is actually harder than keeping it up high. Okay, so you choose your degree of difficulty. All right. So with this, as far as the rep count, we'll do 3 sets, 8 to 10, because we're trying to put on some size for the winter time. Right? It's cold out there. It's brick right now. I look at the forecast, like 27 degrees over in Florida, man. That's unheard of.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's bulking season, man. All right, bulking season. All right.
Cool. Got it. All right, so y'all set? Before we get started, I just want to give kind of a disclaimer, so to speak, to our family, our families, and our friends, because we do have families. The conversation and the topics that we're going to discuss today could be considered a little edgy, but we are having this conversation because the topics are what we deem intelligent and what we deem interesting, and they are definitely real. And they deserve to be had. So we would like y'all to grant us a little bit of, like, say, to quote Will Smith, a circle of safety with this episode. Don't take anything to heart. Try not to feel insulted by anything that might be said. But we're just trying to dig into some real topics here and present it to our buddies at home. Feel me? All right. So yeah. With that being said, man. Okay, cool. So like I said, Tyke is one of the most charming individuals I've ever met, right? And one thing amongst the many things that is very interesting about my little brother is that he is in what we would consider, or what we would call a throuple. He is in a thriving throuple relationships. I don't even know if you say it's a throuple relationship or if you have to put a plural on it because it's polyamorous. I don't know. That's why we're having him here, so we can understand some of this shit, right? So he's in a so Tyke, my first question, would you consider your relationship polyamorous or would you consider it polygamy? You understand what I mean?
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm glad that we're having this podcast because I don't know the difference. I know that cool. You know, I fell in love with one woman and fell in love with another. That's the reality.
Wait. I didn't hear that. Say what you said again.
I don't know the difference. I know that I fell in love with one woman, and then after that, I fell in love with another, man. I don't know the difference. I know I'm in a relationship. They call it a throuple or poly or polygamy. I can't really call it. I can call it happiness. At times, I can call it stress. You know, same thing that would come with a single, one-on-one relationship. So.
That makes sense. All right. So, go ahead, Dave.
No. So, just a little to kind of piggyback on that. So this is love for you, right? This is real love for two females.
Yeah, man.
The difference between. Go ahead.
No. It's just that's a hell of a balance. I know for me, it's not hell, but it's taxing to love one. Right?
No, it's hell.
And to deal with one, and again, but I couldn't imagine loving. See, like it's one thing to be like, okay, you're in a polyamorous relationship, and you just having fun. The two parties are just down for whatever. But to be in love is a whole different ball of wax for me. You know what I mean? That requires just a different commitment. So to be in love with two, I mean, how is that?
Wait. So before we go there, right? Before you go there, let's answer the looming question, right? That question is a good one. So, because polyamorous, that term is used quite a bit now, especially on social media. So polyamorous is just what it sounds like, or just what the name implies, multiple love, so to speak. But polyamorous is where you are not monogamous. You're not committed to one individual. Whereas polygamy is where you are committed, but it's to various individuals, right? So there are more rules, I guess, so to speak, or it usually has to do with marriage. When it's polygamy, it has to do with like marriage to multiple people. Whereas polyamorous, there are various ways to be polyamorous, right? And I think that's what Dave is trying to get at. So Dave is like, so you're in love with these two women. So with that being said, so with polyamorous, some things are like you could have sex with, you could be in a relationship, you could be married, but be in a polyamorous relationship where you can have sex with other people. And that's just part of the rule of your marriage. Is that how it is for y'all?
I would say now, since I've got my plan out of the way and, enjoying the fact that I can have two women let me take me and, I ran with it. But now it's boundaries, I didn't understand, you know what I mean? Because I thought that, polyamorous, one-on-one relationship, man, men are going to go through their little phases or whatever, but it had to happen to me for me to understand that, like, I don't want to play like that,
Right.
Yeah. It ain't fun when you get got. It's fun getting, but it ain't fun getting got. So
okay, we're going to get to that. Yeah, we're going to get to that. All right, cool.
Yeah, man.
So,
it's love, though, Dave.
Tell us more about that, man. How did it? I mean, because it sounds like every man's dream, right? Like y'all laid in. Yeah, you used to brag about it, like y'all, because y'all laying in the bed together.
yeah, I'm gonna be like, you know, the tank, bro, it's dope, bro. And I'm like, yeah, I'm eating it up. I'm telling you, like I said, when I started this thing, probably 3 years ago, you know, from the beginning of 3 years ago, I was like, yeah, man, this is for me, bro. I'm out here killing it. I'm a player. I'm a pimp, all that good shit. But then when I started realizing, like you said, like, you know, this is a relationship. This is not just having fun. This is making babies. This is having babies already. This is, you know, going out all together, spending $300 at skating rink, you know, going bowling, spending $700, you know. It's real, you know what I mean? This is not one of the, I thought, you know, in the beginning, it was, we get you on the weekend, we have our fun, you go. We might spend a little money here and there, but when it became serious, that's when I realized that it comes with the same thing a regular relationship comes with, maybe just 2 times worse. You ever been, you know, wrong twice? Have you ever been wrong 2 times with the same conversation? And they're both like, you're wrong. And you're like, yo, really? And then they just pile on. They're like, so you know what? And you also do this. And you also do that. I'm like, oh my God. Here goes. Right. The 3 things I learned about a successful relationship is yes, okay, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. I feel you with that.
Times 2.
Times 2, correct.
Times 2.
See,
Tyke 2 times over there right there.
I think what Tyke 2 times. I think that's your new name, brother. Tyke 2 times. But listen, I think that's absolutely correct, man. Dudes, you know, especially single men, you know, they think that, like, you know, when we think of 2 times, you think like, yeah, I'm busting twice. So you're thinking like I'm at the same time, you know, they're getting me at the same time. That's just a man's dream, right? But then you don't think about the fact that that is only happening for a moment of your day. Like you're not experiencing
5%.
You know, you know, some more, some less, but it's not going to take up the majority of your day. The majority of your day is you dealing with 2 different individual personalities, hearts, minds, histories, experiences, expectations, right? It's already difficult enough for a man to communicate with a woman effectively. Now you got to communicate 2 times.
2 times.
I'm tired just thinking about it.
Like
you said you've been doing
do the right thing.
You've been doing it for 3 years, you know, like, and I don't.
No, actually 3 years is when I decided to stop cheating. I've been doing this for about 6 years, almost 7.
Wow.
Yeah, 6 years.
Gotcha. 6 years, man.
It was the light bulb that went off when people started, man, you the man, and I started I converted from, yeah, man, you right, you know, it's lit to, it's not what you think it is, bro. Like it went from, yeah, man, it's the shit. People ask me, how do you do it, man? I love it, dude. To, hey, bro, it ain't what you think it is, you know? Because like you said, it's a mix of everything, bro. You gotta, like you said, body parts. Like they're in, you know, sync with their cycle, so that happens at the same time. So they both get emotional, angry at me sometimes at the same time. We've got daughters that are going through it. Right. You know, when the arguments, you know, happen, it's all of us. You know what I mean? And usually I'm the wrong one, like I said. So it's more than just the sex and the going out and partying and clubbing and posting pictures on the internet. And I thought that was what it was in my 20s, you know? But then I realized bills are real. Having to buy a house, which I just did, is real. You know what I mean? Dentist appointments for 8 kids is real, you know?
You heard that again, viewers? Workout buddies, say it again, Tyke. How many kids?
Dentist appointment for 8 kids is real.
8 kids. It's a lot of kids.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
He's got a tribe. So, okay, with that being said, right? You know me, I'm always gonna look at the numbers or look at the research and shit. You know, by Western standards, Westerners, Americans, Europeans, they're the ones who deem polygamy, being married to multiple people, or even being polyamorous. They deem that as something sinful. They try to use like religion and shit to say, you know, it's not supposed to happen. Even though in the Bible, you know, obviously, Jacob had multiple wives, right? But because it's something that is rooted in Africanism, because it's African history, it comes from the continent of Africa. Westerners try to make it seem like it's something evil, right? But just if y'all will, just think with me for a moment why polygamy worked back in the day on the continent of Africa, mainly countries from Western Africa and Central Africa. You have less men. There were less men than there were women traditionally, and also you had a lot of land. right? So what men would do is they needed to produce more kids, like Tyke. They needed to produce more kids in order to be able to control and work more land. So they can control more cattle. They can till more soil. And they would marry multiple wives in order to do that. So now, when you think about it, it said that only 1 out of 5, contemporary Americans or whatever, think that being polygamous or being polyamorous is a suitable lifestyle. Only 1 in 5 is what the research from 2013 said. Probably changed by now. But when you think about the financial gain of it, if all 3 in the throuple are working and have careers, they're all cohabitating. I mean, financially, I think it makes sense. I mean, does it work, Tyke, financially?
Yes and no. No, because we still have we still like to spend money. We like to spend money. That's one thing I think all 3 of us have in common, which is, a good and a bad thing. But it does work financially when it comes to being able to do whatever we want to do. We are learning, that saving and stacking is probably the best way to go, but we've never really hurt or needed for anything because everybody is willing to put in the work. Everybody's willing to help. And I normally don't even, in this relationship, to be honest, I don't really ask them for much. I might put a light or a water bill on them or a gas bill, but I still do what I feel like I should do as a man, but it's good to be able to tell them, hey, I want to go out, and they can take me out. Or, hey, send me some money for an address. She sent me the money for the address, It's dope, man. And it's fun to be able to take all those kids out because you got people that are in just standalone relationships, 1-on-1, they're not able to do those things. Or they got to wait 3 months for them to do those things. And we have the ability, because of the finance that we bring in the home, to do that. Yasmin, my fiance, one of my fiancés rather, she's applied it to me. We can go where we want to go,
Right. By the way, workout buddies at home, they do have a Instagram page, real with
keeping up with the Kennedys. Yeah, the real keeping up with the Kennedys.
Yeah, the real keeping up with the Kennedys. I'll definitely put the link over here somewhere or something like that.
No.
Yeah, they do, man. Yeah.
Hey, so would you say the demographic, I guess of Atlanta kind of assists with this type of lifestyle? I mean, because when you hit on a good point, Jay, Atlanta, Georgia's got plenty of land. No, I'm not going there, right? But as far as the population or the way it's set up, there's plenty of women and not a lot of heterosexual men,
right?
Black men, okay. So that kind of aids in this lifestyle and just promoting it, or making it normal, right? I don't know. Tell me a little bit about that, fellas, because I'm not used to that. I'm not.
I would be real. I know y'all asked me earlier, and I tried to over talk and went past it. But the way that this situation happened wasn't one of those situations where it's just like, oh, I'm with it, you with it. You know what I'm saying? Me and my girl, my initial fiance, the girl that was with initially was Yasmin. We had, dabbled in, dealing with a female before, but just on, some fun stuff. It wasn't really real feelings behind it. But, it started off as cheating. I was cheating on, my main girl with a girl at work. And, I just kept messing with her. And then, instead of leaving it where I was at, I caught feelings for her. So at one point, Yasmin already knew. She already know what was going on. So I was just like, forget it. I'm about to just bring them together. So crazy as it sounds, we all hopped in the car, me, Yasmin, and the 5 kids that I had at that time, hopped in the car and went to pick Cece up. She had 2 kids at the time. Before she had my
Shout out Yaz and Cece.
Yeah, we went to, we ended up going to Chuck E. Cheese, man. Back in my cigarette days, I went to smoke a cigarette. I think everything was going to be sweet. I went outside to smoke a cigarette. Boy, I come back in. All you hear is, oh, you with her? Y'all still together? And I'm like, oh, God. So it did not come about.
Wait, flag on the play. Flag on the play.
I got caught.
Wait, so you made yourself get caught. You put them in the same.
I was tired.
I'm gonna say that. It's like one of them Cassandra moves, right? From Seinfeld, right? You know what I mean? It's just like, oh my God, I can't believe this. You know what I mean? Like,
it sounded really good. The theory was great when I thought about doing it, what I had in my head. But when they found out about each other, they was not happy.
No. What did you have in your head? No, we all want to know.
I had in my head. So in my head, I thought they were gonna meet each other, they were gonna chop it up, find out they were best. You know how like what was the movie? Step Brothers. Like, you know, they would run into each other, have a few, you know, things they would come in. Like, did we become best friends? But the way it happened was, oh, you lied to me. You told me you were with her, and I'm like, oh, I did lie to you. But the crazy thing about it was, I mean, I was able to actually, you know, after all the dust settled and everything, I was able to sit down, like, and have a conversation with him. And I was like, look, bro, I love you, and I love you. And I mean, thank God, you know, for Yasmin, because she was already really open-minded. I think she already knew, like, she's eons ahead of me. Eons ahead of me and CC too. I know CC ain't gonna like that, but she, you know, at the end of the day, like, she's really open to a lot of stuff. So it really took her understanding, you know what I mean? Yeah. Later on, you'll understand why that came to bite me in the butt. But
all right, that's a good segue then. What we got next, Dave?
Cool. All right, fellas. The next workout here is gonna be dumbbell floor flies. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, man, I'm bringing these dumbbells up. Make sure you got a mat too, man, because you're gonna be in contact with the floor as well as your elbows. And opposed to doing a normal fly like on a bench, you're gonna be doing a fly on the floor to kind of protect your shoulders and protect your chest, okay? Because sometimes people can hyperextend and go too far back with the fly, right? And pretty much to get the extension on this workout, man, all you need is this motion right here, bringing it up like basically hugging the air, right? And your elbows are coming back flared out like this. You can see me?
Yep.
All right. Boom. That's it. That's the workout. Make sure you get a weight you can handle and let your elbows rest back on the ground, okay, to protect yourself. Gotcha. So the next exercise, all right, is going to be a push-up with a twist, all right? And this also kind of helps with the fly motion, or, you know, trying to help the develop the, I guess, the inside of your chest here and inside of your pecs. All right, so you're going to be doing a push-up, right? And when you come up, you're going to come up on the tips of your fingers, right? And you kind of twist it across the body. All right, you see that?
Yep.
You're coming across the body, and you'll feel that contraction towards the you're going to feel like contraction on the outside and the inside. All right, let me see what you guys do. Let me see if you guys got it. Like come across, come across, boom, like this. This is the way you want to end, right here.
Oh,
twist.
You feel the outside of your chest on that side that you raised. You feel all right here.
Definitely. It's something that you don't really see people doing, man, but it works. It works, guys.
All right. Tyke, it's me and your set, Tyke. Dave, you said you had a question.
Yeah, I got a question. All right, so I talked a little bit about the landscape of Atlanta, the landscape of Georgia, and how it is, and as far as, you know, the advantage for men as far as this polyamorous affair is concerned. But the real question is, fellas, you know, would we be accepting if the shoes were on the other foot? If it was the other way around, you know, would we get down in this manner? Would we be willing to share a female? And if not, why not? I'm gonna get mine in.
I'll share Oprah with you, Dave. I think me and my wife would be willing to share Oprah with you and your wife. What do you say?
You know, I don't think mine would be down with nothing like that at all. Very possessive. You know, that polyamorous will never work in my family. You know, it's not something that, you know, will be entertained whatsoever. So, and you know what? Just
not even Oprah.
I wouldn't either. Not even nobody. No money's worth it. Nothing's worth it. But, you know, as far as the relationship in my household, man, this doesn't go down like that. You know,
Dave said he likes sleeping in the bed.
Yeah. All right.
He said he about to catch him up like a doughboy in the trap.
But it's real talk. It's real talk. Like I'm a loyal guy, man.
Dave said, man, he said ixnay on that kind of talk, bro. He's like, what circle of safety? What you talking about?
hey, I'm just thinking from the heart, fellas. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's real. It's real.
You ain't tell us how many reps to do on these twisties.
Oh man, so
however many you can.
We're gonna do max rep, and then like you said that we're gonna do max rep, and then I want to hear your numbers, okay, so we can compete. Because I know you don't like max rep, but I'm giving us an incentive to kind of to push to a certain number. All right. So let's say 30. Let's say
I'm a lie like you just did about Oprah.
I'm a lie like you did about Oprah.
Yo, Tyke, what you think, man? What you think? You go?
So,
I mean, you cool being the multiple dude with one woman?
No. So I say no because, and this is the thing that me and my fiance battle with all the time, because it's like, how could I expect her to understand that I love someone else? But
Yeah.
I can't fathom myself seeing her love someone else or being with somebody else physically. I literally just was this years old when I realized that sex doesn't have anything to do with being faithful or being committed. I literally tied all those things together. And again, like I said, I say no because I have been on a situation where both of them have cheated on me. And I mean, I did a lot of stuff. You would need 3 podcasts to go over what I did, but both of them cheated. So I mean, I ended up putting myself in a situation where I was, involuntarily sharing, and I didn't like the feeling.
Yeah,
I didn't like it at all, because it's like, what am I doing? Am I not enough? Sometimes that kind of boils into the relationship sometimes, because it's a lot of weight on the man, because it's like, am I doing enough for this person? Like it took me a year ago, to stop sleeping Scarface style, with your chest Scarface up in the air, because you know what? Yeah, so you don't have to choose who you're cuddling with. You know what I mean? And I got to a point where I'm like, now I'm just gonna sleep how I want to sleep. I'm gonna sleep what makes me, makes me comfortable. But there's a lot of things that come with it, man, when it comes to that situation. And the love that I have for him, because it's love and it's no longer just a game or a weekend come over, I could never imagine someone loving either one of them the way that I love them, or them loving someone the way that they love me. So no, big no.
That's real talk, man. We appreciate you sharing that too. Really, really appreciate you sharing that, man. Okay, so one thing you said, man, you said that you couldn't really handle her loving someone else, right? What you mean is you can't handle her loving another man.
Someone outside of our relationship. Correct.
Yeah, someone outside of your relationship. Yeah. I got you.
It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. It's just anyone else.
Yeah, it's not even necessarily a man. It's anyone. Yeah, because I mean, she's there's been situations where there's women been involved because they both like women, but one likes women more than the other. So I guess I'm a selfish lover, and it's kind of odd to be in a poly relationship where you're a selfish lover.
You're a selfish lover. Yeah.
Oxymoron.
So a lot of our male viewers are probably going to know this, right? So there's no interaction between them two sexually. It's as far as sexually, it's all about you.
No, they get it in without me. I've been to sleep since I woke up because they was. Oh yeah, it's really like that. They like each other like that.
Oh, okay.
So that's what makes it polyamorous. Beyond being polygamy, because in polygamy, the women don't, they're like sister wives, in the sense of being a sister. Like they don't like kiss and shit like that.
Message.
Hey man, that's dope, man. I think that's dope. Tyke is like, we have so much in common. We, we all like girls. So you mentioned cheating though, right? So this brings me to the next joint, right? So like, some women would say they are willing to be in a polyamorous relationship because they think it will tame their the guy's savageness. Like it'll keep him, it'll help cure his appetite, right? But being in a poly relationship, obviously it doesn't, right? If y'all all have dealt with infidelity, and that's not really what you could say as a pro of being polyamorous, right?
You wanna know what sucks? I never in my life will know whether or not I got cheated on because I cheated, or that they cheated because they like to cheat. Because I did so many bad things in the beginning, so I'll never know. That's one thing that kills me every day. Because it's like, what if I didn't do that? What if I was faithful to y'all? What if I was a good man to both of them? Would y'all have stepped out?
Right.
So it's a weird situation, man.
Yo, that's so mature, yo. That's so mature, because I think most guys are like, well, you cheated and now or when they cheat, or you're gone. Or most guys are like, when they cheat, they're always wondering if their spouses or their significant other is gonna cheat, right? Or they're like, if their significant other cheats, they're like, was I not good in bed, or did I not have enough money, or was it this, or was it that? But you're wondering, if I hadn't done what I did, Tyke,
Stop cheating.
Boy,
Stop cheating. I
you
want
ain't,
to see them extensions.
he ain't 5 years old no more, bro. That's a grown ass man right there.
Yeah, I hate when people ride my bike, bro. As you can tell.
That's a hell yeah. Ride my bike.
Yo, he mad now, bro. He mad. We should have talked about the bike. He mad
That's
now.
hilarious. We
But
might
yeah,
have to
man,
name
it
this
took a lot of
episode "Don't
growing,
Ride
bro.
My Bike."
It definitely took a lot of growing for me to understand that, bro. Like, you can't do shit and not expect. Like, you can't slap somebody in the face every day after school and not expect them to defend themselves. You know what I mean? And I went years of cheating, bro. And I was cheating on 2 people that I was with. You know what I mean? And it's like, at some point, it's like, do you not have enough at home? And I can only imagine how they would feel when there's 2 of them. They're like, damn, am I not good enough? He not coming home tonight. Or he got a lie he want to tell me about what he doing or where he going. Or he turns his phone off or he sleeps with his phone in his pocket or in his pillow. Like, I try to live like that. And the irony is, when I finally got my shit together, is when their dirt came out. And again, you know, it's so curious. It has me pondering all the time, even to this day. Like, is this a sign of telling me to get my shit together? Or is it a sign of telling me to leave? Or is this one of those things where it's like karma? What comes around goes around. You know what I mean? It don't matter how long it takes to go around, it's going to come back around, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was so blinded. I was so busy doing all my dirt, bro.
So segue to what you just said, right? So, you know, saying, am I not good enough? Like, would you say that as far as love is concerned, or anything rather, your sexual appetite, are you an insatiable man? Like, do you need multiple partners in order to be happy, or to quench that appetite for love or your sexual desire? Is it a necessity for you? Or, I mean, expound on that a little bit for me, like as far as the mindset, the feelings towards it, like.
2-part answer. I don't need it. I figured out that I didn't need it when I found out the one that I was with first cheated, and it hurt me so bad and it tore me up. I was just so concerned about what I needed to do to fix what was originated. But then, after kind of, like I said, taking the whole situation into consideration, it's like, no, I wouldn't change the situation that I'm in for anything. Because I do feel like, had I been the man that I am now in the last maybe years change, we wouldn't have went through half the shit that we went through. I can openly admit and say that, you know, a lot of shit came from me. So I don't think that I need 2 women, but I was blessed with 2 women. Yeah. I feel like most high don't give you more than you can handle, but it'll definitely have you dancing on the line like Michael Jackson when he did that lean. Shout out Infidelity. But yeah, it'll definitely put you on the line. And I mean, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, this situation wasn't one of those situations where I went out with, you know, my light skin, good looking self, and I was like, I'm about to bag 2 bitches and I'm about to make them my wife. It was a situation where like I'm an emotional ass dude, bro, and I fell in love. You know what I mean? I couldn't help it. You know, it happened. You know what I mean? So,
in other words, man, your man got a big heart. He got a big heart. You know what I'm saying? He needs to fill it up.
Big heart. And I mean, yeah, I'm definitely, you know, with the shit. Don't get me wrong, man. You know, at 30, you know, I'm definitely enjoying the kind of lifestyle we live, and we, you know, enjoy each other's company, for lack of better terms. It's the dopest, you know what I mean? And I probably would have to take some adjustment to if I was to go back to a single relationship, because 2 is better than 1.
So, in a lot of cases, man.
Well, you know, I'm not saying every case, but you know,
not every case. But workout buddies at home, man. Just want to make it clear, you know, because you know, Tyke he's humble when he needs to be humble, and assertive when he, you know, in every other case, right? But he's being humble now. But you know, there's that saying that you'll lose money chasing after women, but you'll never lose women chasing after money, right? An emotional dude, and he, you know, fell in love with 2 women. I don't want anybody to get it twisted. Like, this is not a cat who loses money chasing after women. You know what I mean? Like, he's not no soft ass dude who's like, look, put it like this. He can definitely afford 2 women and 8 kids. All right. So when he's at work, he's fully at work. You know, he's just that's facts, right? So I just wanted to make sure I made that clear. We ain't talking about no soft ass dude right here, you know. Dave, you got any other questions? You know?
Nah, look, man, I think he got me. He got me. You know, he quenched the thirst of knowledge on the situation, man. I appreciate that, man.
Let's move on to the next joint, then. All right, Dave, what we got?
All right, we got play squeeze. All right, and then we got up and under push-ups. All right. So pardon me, I had to change the little audio here because of disrupting the flow here. All right. So
shout out to Apple.
All right, so you're gonna basically do a plate squeeze. All right. So the point of this right here is to try to keep your arms parallel to the ground on the extension, right, and keep them that way. All right. You're gonna feel this a little bit in your shoulders, but that's all right. So in order to try to isolate your chest more, you're gonna envision yourself trying to push through the plates all the way through the extension. All right. Trying to like give yourself a high five through the plates. All right. And you're gonna stick it out and you're gonna pull it back. All right. Just like that. All right. So we're gonna do 3 sets of 10 on that. And then as far as the push-up is concerned, all right, push-up is pretty simple. So it's gonna be up and under, right? So what I suggest is having a wide foot stance. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do a push-up and kind of come through and up and all the way back like that. Okay. So you're kind of scooping through like you're going underneath a fence. Right?
Tyke said, "Oh my God."
Boom. All right. And so we want to
God.
You want to push that to exhaustion. So we didn't give our numbers on the other one, man. I think I did about 12 max, man, on that the little, what you call it, the little twist push-ups, man. That's what I offered.
I did 26.
Right? All right. And we're gonna go back to the video and we're gonna count your shit. Fuck that shit. All right.
All right, y'all say. I got a question.
You guys got me?
Yeah, we got you.
I just did myself.
He said, "Oh my God." All right, I got a question, bro. All right, so real talk, right? So some dudes, I mean, I think a lot of dudes, you know, we talk about being down here in Atlanta, and a lot of dudes would, especially single guys, they would like to live this lifestyle. They are slick kind of living it. They just lying, right? But they would like to be able to tell, you know, the women that they're dealing with, you know, I want you, I'm in love with you, I'm in love with her, I want her too. Let's all want each other, right? And most dudes, I don't think most dudes are equipped to handle that, right? Like, you know, like especially in older age, you know, women and men, we have kids from previous relationships. You know, then you get together with somebody who has kids, you got kids, you doubled up. And then y'all want to have kids together. You know, I mean, your family just grows significantly when you live in poly, right? So a lot of guys don't really got the bread or even the swag, you know, just to call it what it is, to really even approach the ladies that they're dealing with like this. So first question is, when you had to come out and approach your ladies about this, were your pockets right? Or was this before you got your pockets right?
I think I just asked the question. I got to stop. Good God. First off, y'all, I'm sweating. Second, to answer that question, man, they were semi-right. When I say semi-right, it was good for that time frame. But I believe in, you know, like you told me earlier, not to be cocky, but I'm making money. I'm making more money every year. So when I started, it was okay. But we're not nearly as great as we are now. But so it took it was a leap of faith for all of them. You know, we were in a 2-bedroom townhouse when we met. Right. So it took a lot of faith. You know what I mean? Believe that I was gonna have them, believe that we was gonna be okay. There was, you know, plenty of days where we just sat in the house, all of us, you know, we didn't go nowhere. We didn't have the excess funds to do those things, you know. But we made the best out of it. Now in my pockets right now, absolutely. Make enough to choke a baby, everybody.
I got a 14-year-old you could choke.
No, I got my own problems at home.
I'll feel you. All right, so that was my first question. And obviously, you know, you had enough swag. Because, you know, you can't be no dumbass dude who doesn't know how to put his words together and you trying to come at two women.
Confident.
And you got to be confident, right? You got to have a way with those words. So you definitely had the swag for it. So we do appreciate you sharing with us, you know, your experiences with the poly lifestyle, being so transparent with us. But let's move on to this next conversation, man. So when we talk about pockets, we talk about finances, right? Right. I see this thing on social media where women, you know, what's the best way to put this? I'm just going to ask the question.
Do it.
The question is are men really valued for what they are, or are they only valued for what they can bring? In other words, is your family going to be cool with you or love you the same if you're not able to provide? A lot of brothers are really saying that the only reason that men are valued is because of what they can provide. What do y'all think about that?
Who's first?
Oh man,
Who's first?
You go
You
first.
go
Go ahead, Tyke. Go ahead, Tyke.
You go first. No, you go first, bro.
All right. Well, it all depends, right? And I'm only, of course, I can only answer from my perspective. It all depends on the situation where the woman is, and the type of woman you marry. So, like from my perspective, I didn't have shit when I met mine. Okay, I didn't have a damn thing. All the thing I could provide was, stiff dick and bubble gum, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I had nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it was just. And the thing is, we built together, right? We built what we had together. So it all depends on the upbringing and in the makeup of your relationship. I think in the in the modern day society, you're dealing with a woman, I would say in their 30s or whatever have you. You got to come correct because they're probably like halfway through their career, climbing the corporate ladder. So again, they don't want to carry anybody. So I think in this day and age, it's what you bring to the table. As far as I guess in the stages of relationship, like you're 18, 19, 20 years old. Okay, you're not really expected to have much unless you have a trust fund, right? So I think it all depends on the age group. It depends on where you're at in life. If you're starting over, if you've been married previously and you're starting over, I think you would have to bring something to the table. I think that's you're going to be respected for what you do more so than or what you bring to the table more so than just love, right? Because they've been through that song and dance before. So it's like marriage is like a business at that stage. It's not puppy. There's no puppy love. It's just it's stability. So I think that's what it is. I think it matters on the stage.
Okay. What about you, Tyson, bro? Yeah, that was a good answer.
Yeah. So I deal with that battle all the time because, and I just had a conversation about this the other day, so I'm glad we're talking about it. It's yes and no. I mean, I was in the same situation with you. My fiance, I didn't have anything. I wasn't thinking $1,000 every 2 weeks was making it happen. We just stayed in hotels together. We just stayed at Ump's house before on the couch. You know what I'm saying? She's done rolled through every single thing. But I also feel like, a man is also valued at what he's worth, and what he puts out in the society. Like this podcast, for example, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? You're taking time out of your day when you could be doing nothing, being lazy, but you're taking time out of your day to do something. So I don't think it's just monetary. I think it's everything. I think it's about the effort he puts in overall, depending on the woman you're dealing with. Because if you're dealing with, you can tell a gold digger a mile away. But if you're dealing with somebody like the woman that I'm with, the woman you're with, Dave, the woman that you're with, like, it don't matter about money. Because they always going to be beside you. They always going to tell you they're going to be fine. You know what I mean? But a lot of women in society today, they want to see what a check at. They want to see all these foreign clothes and these foreign cars and these whips and these high-rise apartments. And unfortunately, the internet has made that stigma something that's expected. So now, yes, but back then, no.
Whew, y'all broke that apart, bro. Y'all broke that apart. I mean, I ain't even got nothing else to add.
What you think? I'm about to say, what you think, player?
I really don't have anything else to add. I'm a very verbose, intelligent man. I don't have anything to add on that one. You guys broke it down, so it will forever. What do you say? Forever and eternally be broke.
Be broke. God damn it, you're right.
Yeah, I broke that shit down. I agree, man. I agree with everything that both of you just said. It depends on the stage that the woman is in life. I believe that social media and society is trying to push our women into believing that men are only a check. And I believe that a good woman, a good black woman, a sister is gonna appreciate a brother for where he is and what he's trying to do, not just for what he can give. And it can't be just dick and bubble gum, like Dave said. So yeah. So
I mean, it keeps you happy though. Don't get it wrong. That can definitely give you some shelf life.
Yeah.
It gave me some shelf life. I'm sure it gave you some shelf life, Dave. You said you didn't have nothing when you started. So that hard dick and bubble gum would definitely suffice.
Right?
I think that is.
You know what I mean?
I think that is a requirement in a relationship, though. That is for your next podcast. That is a good requirement. You have to be able to lay it down. Because if you don't, they will leave. Mine has told me plenty of times. I'm gonna be honest with you. If it wasn't good, I think gone.
See?
I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Right?
Oh man. That's
real. That's so real. That's so real. That's why I love this. That's why I love this.
Dave, we got one more circuit because I wanna work our buddies to get to know a little bit more about Tyke besides them being polyamorous.
All right. So we're gonna do dips. All right. So not your normal dips. Right. Not your normal dips like when you're just going straight up and isolating your triceps, but we're gonna do a slight little bend over to get the chest in there. You see that? You see how that's different? So what you guys can do at home is, man, try it out, man. Try your up and down, right? And see how that works. And see, like, you really don't get any, really no contraction in the chest, really. And then when you just bend over slightly, that's where the magic happens, okay?
Okay.
Simple enough, man. I don't want to go too in-depth in that, man, and waste your time, all right? This is the next workout exercise to try to isolate that your inner chest here. So you can do this 2 ways if you don't have a medicine ball, and I suggest like a.
Oh, it's not me. I'm actually doing the interview. They do this thing called physical education. These ladies are asking about you guys. Say, hey.
Hi. We're doing a podcast.
It's called PE. It's physical education. They ask questions about like real world stuff and why you work out. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Really? I was wondering what that was. This is a lot of chatter.
That's the difference between his gym and my gym. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna stop recording.
How you like it?
Nah, you gotta leave that. You gotta leave that, Jay.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you gotta leave that. That's real stuff.
Well, while we talking about what gets set up for the day.
She's like, what are you doing? What's going on? Your name's Tyke B. I love hip-hop music.
I was about to say.
It's like you're looking for a third. You're looking for a third.
There you go, being polyamorous again.
There you go. Yeah. Charming, right?
He can hear everything we say too.
Keep doing your thing. Nice meeting you as well.
Just like that. And that, my friend,
Charm the draws up a nine.
How you get a third.
Watch your mouth.
My bad. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
That lady would whoop my
Cece,
ass.
don't punch me in the chest, Cece. I'm just joking.
I'm talking about the lady.
All right, bro. What we got? Dips?
So we got it. You got the dips, and then we got the medicine, right? So we're gonna do. Yeah. You could either do a push up like this, where you're trying to push through the ball, right? You're trying to squeeze the shit out of this ball, and then you're doing a push up in the same light, right? And it's better if you make contact with the ball, right? So you get a deeper motion, all right? Or you could do it this way, where you just put your hands in a diamond shape on the ground if you don't have a medicine ball, and you could just push up this way, and make sure you make contact with your hands to really make this work. Okay.
So when you say make contact, like your head touch your hand.
Yeah, your chest touching your hand.
Trying to kill somebody, bro. I don't know what.
No, hey, it just goes. If you can't, you're working towards it, right? That's all.
Chest touch your hand like that. So what Dave, you like my new T-shirt? What's up?
Yeah, I'm hating a little bit. I was gonna say something about it because I'm like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Where's my drip? Where's my drip?
Yo, he should have been had a shirt. When I think about it, I mean, Dave, Tyke should have been had a shirt. He did the intro for our podcast, bro, and he don't even have a shirt yet.
Well, I mean, brothers got short arms and deep pockets right now. We acting funny. Hey, so man. Like we're gonna bless for sure.
So let me see you do that thing again with the medicine ball, if you don't mind.
All right. No worries. So basically, like I said, I'm trying to squeeze the ball all the way through the workout. You see, like my thumbs are touching my chest. You see that? That's what I'm doing. So I feel that all. I feel that all through here, man. And then your triceps get a nice little workout too.
Oh yeah, I definitely can feel it. I promise you that much.
All right, let's get it.
So it's customary for our SuperSet to ask our guests where they came from, where they are, and where they're going. So basically, like where you come from, man? What would you say has shaped you into the individual that you are now? What's something important about you that you would want people to know from back in the day?
What's important about me is that I made a way. I've always made a way. From my mother going crazy to having to take care of my sister to sleeping on people's couches, to owning my own house, to having kids, to being shot, still walking. I've always made a way. I've never been one to wallow in my sorrows for too long. I definitely wallow in them bitches. That happens. I make sure I feel because I'm supposed to feel, but I always make it happen. I always make it happen no matter what.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yes.
That's dope. That's dope. So who are you? Who are you now?
I'm a father, man. I'm a musician. I'm a God-fearing man. I definitely fear God. You know, I'm happy. That's where I am. You know, I want more though. I don't feel like I'm at my peak. And even when I reach my peak, I'm gonna look for another one that's higher than that. I'm growing, man. I'm an adult. I'm a grown man. That's what I am now.
Yes, you are, sir. You certainly are, sir. Yes, you are. And where you headed, man? Well, before we get to where you headed, I guess this is where you headed. Let's talk about your music, man, because we haven't talked much about it. Dope ass MC.
Yeah.
And if I can, I'd like to tell a quick little Tyke B story. Our workout buddies at home, y'all don't know, but Tyke is literally my nephew. I call him my little brother. He's the little brother that I always wanted. And came into my life. He was 3, and I was like, what? I don't know how much older than you are. I was like 11, 10, something like that. Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah, man, this is my little brother, and we always lived in different states, but he finally moved to Atlanta some years back, and I told him I used to do music and I knew how to build a studio, so we built a makeshift studio in a storage unit. Shout out to that place I used to work, and and then but the story.
Did you really work though? Did you really work?
Wow.
Nah, bro. When I tell you, dude,
That's some little brother shit right there. That's some little brother shit. Blowing up spots, right? Yeah.
No, real
That's
talk,
little
though,
brother
man.
shit.
Like, bro, I remember that, bro. And I'll be honest, man. You are like, not the gaslight you because y'all podcast or not, but you're the reason why I continue music. You're the reason why I was able to come down here and be successful and make it. Like, you're really the reason why. Like, that ass, because I didn't have a roof over my head, bro. And you gave me that. You know what I'm saying? You put that pressure on me when it was time to go. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, bro, you got to get your own shit. You know what I mean? And I respect that. Most people don't. They're like, oh, family don't care. Nah, bro, I would have been stagnant. I would have been still in the same spot.
Now look at you. Now I'm about to ask you to hold something after the podcast.
Somebody chopping onions in here? I can't deal.
Nah, man, real talk, man.
So blue in his eye.
And when it comes to music, bro, real talk, like, that when I got over there, bro, like I was into music, but I wasn't really pushing it. And I got down there and you're like, Atlanta's where to be. You need to go to Apache Cafe. We started making music all types of nights. And, in the what you call it? Like, bro, maybe like 30 to 40% of the songs that I put out, we done recorded before together. You know what I'm saying? I didn't remix it, chopped it up, but we done put it together. You know what I'm saying? You are a motivation of a lot of the hits that I got. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing, man. Mixtape is definitely about to come on the way, though.
So before you get to the mixtape, let me tell my Tyke B story, right? I just want to give them some backstory. But he mentions Apache Cafe. So what Apache Cafe is a historic cafe down here where poetry spots and all types of bohemian art and shit like that. A dope spot. Shout out to Apache. So I take Tyke down there and I tell Tyke, I was like, because at that time Tyke was talking about me managing him. And I was like, man, I don't know anybody. I can't be a manager. But I told him, I was like, yo, get on stage. Tyke, you remember this? I was like, yo, get on stage. He was like, get on stage and do what? You know what I mean? Like, right. I ain't get on stage. I was like, yo, my nigga, get on stage and freestyle. He's like, man, I'm not getting on stage and freestyling. You wildin', son. You wildin'. I was like, bruh, get on stage and freestyle. Yo, Tyke got on stage and freestyle for probably like 20 to 25 minutes. So. Like, he got on stage without knowing what he was on stage and freestyled on stage in front of a crowd full of people for like 25 minutes, son. And then, I'm not sure if you remember it clearly, Tyke. We might have been so engulfed in the OE and other things, but I'm not sure if you remember, but other, like, he was on stage so long that other people would get on stage and they would freestyle with him. They would run out of rhymes and they would get off stage. And somebody else would get on stage and freestyle with him, and then they would get off stage. Yo, Tyke,
100 miles of running.
Tyke
taking them all.
Yo, when I say freestyle, this man is a lyrical genius when it comes to freestyling, yo. Real talk. So where you going with it, Tyke? You still doing music?
Let me die right quick.
He said, let me die right quick.
I'm back. Yeah, so mixtape is on the way, man. We actually, I just got finished putting together probably about 10 songs that I'm in the process of getting mixed right now. Me and my homeboy Haji going to actually drop the joint project first. Called My Brother and Me 3. Yeah, shout out Haji.
Oh, y'all gonna do the 3?
Y'all gonna do the third one. The first 2 is going crazy. This year I really want to focus on visuals though, man. I want to start putting some visuals behind it because all this music is fun, but I don't want it to be a hobby. I really want to take it to the next level. So visuals this year. A lot of lot of tapes being put out. I'm putting out at least 3 tapes this year by myself. So that's the goal, man. Just to kind of step it up a little bit more.
Only person I know that's ever done a video at Mrs. Winters, and the song was called Mrs. Winters. Go to YouTube and check that out.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
Shout out Cap G,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
All the mixtapes is out, man. Ambition Volume 1, Ambition Volume 2. What else we got? We got My Brother and Me 1, My Brother and Me 2. I think I got one more. I just forgot the name of it.
Did you mention My Ambition? You mentioned My Ambition?
No, I mentioned My Ambition. It was the last one I just dropped, though. The one I probably got just dropped. What was that called? I forgot, bro. Damn, bro, that's crazy. Me too.
Yo, I had to lotion my damn ashy ass knees, bro. I was looking crazy.
He said I had to lotion my knees.
Yeah, that shit was bad, man. I could see it in the small ass screen, bro. I was like, God damn, it's like a fucking flash of light.
Yo, Dave, while Tyke is remembering, he got so many mixtapes out, he can't remember the name.
Oh, that's what it was. I remember.
What was it?
It was Pain Plus Process. That's the one.
Yeah,
and it's crazy because I learned that from
that's the one where you were on the chalkboard.
Yeah,
that was the chalkboard one, right?
Piece of work, bro.
Yeah,
best piece of work I ever put out.
I like that one. I like that one.
This next one's gonna be crazier though.
You got a name for it yet?
Actually, yeah.
Can you tell
Sierra, shout out Sierra too. We gotta make sure we add this part because she helped me. She always like me and her getting like little spats back and forth because she's my little spicy one, right? Samson,
yeah,
Sierra, and she always like I'm gonna pop my shit regardless. So that's gonna be my mixtape.
I'll pop my shit regardless. That's dope. Yeah. Shout out to Cece. Yeah. That's dope. Yo, Tyke, I mean, yo, Dave, think of what our PE is. I'm not sure if you got a PE for today, but think about what that is.
I guess polyamorous endeavors, right?
I was thinking that.
That's hard.
Yeah.
The PE for today is polyamorous endeavors. That's what's up. And you know what? You can spin that however you want. Maybe you are in a monogamous relationship, but be polyamorous in the way that you love various things and bring various things of positivity into your life, right? You see how I did that? You know, put positive energy out in a poly in different places and watch how it reaps things for you. But Tyke, what we usually ask is the last thing we're gonna ask of you, man. You've been very benevolent. We ask our SuperSet guests. we ask our SuperSet guests to give us a piece of advice, something that they're dealing with or something that they use in their daily lives, something that they could give to our workout buddies at home. That will help enrich them, that they could walk away from, kind of like a leave behind. Doesn't have to be anything major, but what you got?
Just my living testimony, man. You never come this far to come this far. I heard E.T. the hip hop dog say that, man, and I kind of live by that, bro. I didn't come this far just to come this far. Like every accomplishment that I make, there's another accomplishment past that is going to get me to higher heights. So I'll leave y'all with that, man. You know, if you got a goal in front of you, whatever it might be, whether you want to be. I watched the Dolomite movie the other day. Not to make this long, but that shit inspired me too, bro. Like,
which Dolomite movie? Dolomite. Which one? The new one?
With Eddie Murphy. With Eddie. Yeah.
Everybody told him no, bro. Yes. Everybody told him no, bro.
Everybody.
Yep.
Everybody told him no. It's like, what are you talking about? These old jokes, bro. Like, you can do whatever you want to do, bro. You want to be in a polyamorous relationship and make enough money to choke a baby, you can do it. You want to be in a happy monogamous relationship and your kids are proud, you can do it. You want to go out here and be single and live happy, you can do it, bro. Whatever you want to do, but don't ever limit yourself. Never come this far before come this far.
Facts, yo, you killed that, yo. Thanks so much for being here, man. As always, we love you, bro. And can nobody steal your bike now, bro?
Nobody.
Nobody ride his bike.
Nobody.
Yo,
hey,
you've been in. Go ahead.
Nah, I would just, like I said, I want to, I guess I want to stress this. Yo, tell us what you think. Damn it, tell us what you think. Okay, because this one hits hard, and I'd like to know what you got. Your thoughts. If you're watching these videos, if you're watching them, I'm seeing some folks are watching, right? If you're watching these videos, obviously you have thoughts, opinions, or whatever have you. You have differences as well. That's what we want, man. We're trying to open up dialogue here, and create this network. All right, we're trying to educate as well. So, like, man, if you have any objections or whatever, if you agree, man, let us know, man. Feed us.
Yeah.
All right, that's all.
Send the money. We got kids. We got 8 kids.
We take money.
Nah.
Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. And I think what Dave is trying to say can be, what do they say on social media? Fight me. You heard what we had to say. Fight me. Yeah. Fight me in the comments below. All right. Hey, you've been in PE with Dave, Jay, and Tyke B. Yeah.
I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing that's under 100. I don't want nothing.